Welcome to Story Ideas on the Fly, where we draw an idea from the hat and see what we can develop.
Let's
for
see
you.
what today's is. The unseen. Oh,
the unseen.
this could
That
go a
sounds like
lot
a
of different
race
ways.
to me.
It could
Really?
be. I mean, this could go anywhere
Hidden world?
Or
from.
a cursed protagonist.
It could be
Oh, yes.
ghost. It could be some kind of secret organization that works
Hidden
behind
world.
the scenes.
Yeah, definitely
Could
some
be a
kind of
hidden
hidden
world.
This feels like a hidden world type story.
Definitely. The question is this a hidden... Is the unseen referring to a specific race, a specific organization, or a specific person?
Or we could see how many things
Or
we
we
can
could make
make
it all-
unseen in this world.
Oh, yeah.
You
Sweet.
could go where
Okay.
You could have an entire race.
Everything is unseen.
You could have it. You could have like an race, like the Okay, just as a classic,
Let's
the
call them
lizard
the
people.
unseen.
Like the lizard people idea, who live deep underground type thing, and they've never been seen by humans, but they exist. But then
You
you
could
have an
also
organization of them that interacts with the surface in complete secrecy.
You could also
go
have a
several
main
layers.
character who is never seen because he's just straight up invisible. Or everyone just forgets about him as soon as he walks out of the room.
That could
Well,
be
is
interesting.
this an our world and a hidden world within our world?
Probably.
Usually,
That'd be
We
fun.
could do something interesting, like the main character actually be from the hidden world,
Duh.
but living in our world. So,
Duh.
so he can.
There's more than one way to do that.
Yes,
Okay.
a lot of times the person is from our world and
Yeah, but
from
that's
the
a
unseen
50-50
world and-
shot.
Okay,
Or he
so
could be originally from the unseen
the
world,
world.
and not know it until
Right.
he.
but
Oh,
he
like Harry
knows-
Potter.
He knows that he there's you're gonna, no matter what way you do this.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
gonna
no, Harry
find a
Potter's a
story,
big-
you know.
Big category.
Right.
Oh, if these people, if this race, when they leave the room, humans forget them. That could be very interesting if he's been living among humans all this time, because for most of his life, because then people would just not remember him when he leaves the room.
I don't know. I'm
Or
thinking
you
more
could go
towards
with-
they're like a poltergeist type of thing, where they're almost specters, like they're
Or where
transparent.
he can go invisible, but he honestly doesn't realize it.
Mhm.
Because you think of, oh, invisible, I don't see myself. No, he always sees himself. And so if people are ignoring him or people are not seeing him, he's kind of like, why? And then as he grows up some, he's realizes, I've got this
Yeah.
difference in me. Why do people
Mhm.
not see me? Why?
Maybe he turns invisible at night.
All right.
Or something
Better,
like that.
you know,
Or if
a completely
he's-
different direction you could take it, but that my mind's going towards
Mhm.
is, instead of making him from the supernatural world, have him be a. You could make a really interesting, almost not supernatural horror. What's it called? Like a almost detective story about this, where you just have a normal guy, but you have this race of unseen beings, and he's trying to figure out something unexplained, but he, throughout like half the story, he keeps on finding evidence that there is something weird going on, but can never actually see these people or these creatures doing whatever it is.
Or he gets cursed and is slowly turning into one of them.
Oh, I like that too.
I like that, because then we've got to see, yeah.
Then we get to have the ordinary guy, but then we get to watch him deal with some of this,
There's a reason
turning
you
invisible
often
people.
start from our world and then delve into the hidden world. It's because it's easier to explain it, because you can have a character you could just flat out explain
Or
things
not
to.
really have him turning into one, but having him get things from that world that give him powers. They're in need of help. And so they're trying to drop hints, and he's finding these things, and these things give him powers. Now I can go invisible. Now I can, now I can, tell what someone's thinking. Now I can, as whatever it is, as he starts this. And that way, he starts getting these hints, he starts solving the mystery, and then once he does, he can go help the world with what they need. The question is, what do they need? Is it a threat in their world that they need him to come in, or is it a threat from our world? And if so,
A
what's
lot of
that
that depends
threat?
on the exact nature of the unseen world. One thing you could do, though, one idea, is if you want to go a kind of like you make it be about like nature spirits type thing, like a spiritual world.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have these mm, these spirits, and they can't actually physically interact with our world, and they can't really be seen, so they can do things, but it's really hard for them to affect our world, but our world affects theirs a lot.
Ah, that'd be
Okay.
fun.
Mhm.
Because like if you cut down, if you like level the forest, it would harm the forest spirits there type thing. But like it takes some extreme things to do that much. But that kind of concept. So it's
Would
easier
that
for our world to interact with theirs than theirs with ours.
so they need his help to protect them.
And something is happening. Like
So
Okay,
then
but
your
we don't
villain
want to
comes
get
from
this
our
into a
world, right?
save the trees thing,
no, no.
you know.
But I'm wondering if maybe there's some kind of like creature, like some like
Some kind
maybe
of spiritual being that's
I
threatening
kind of
their
like
world.
some kind of creature. If
a
we can have,
monster that can't that is super powerful in their world, but easy to slay in ours.
or not easy to slay in ours,
But
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 doable.
doable.
Possible.
Right.
Kind of thing like in their world, it's practically like trying to fight a dragon with toothpicks. While in our world, it's
We have
basically
guns,
just
and
a bear.
there are bears. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Or-
there is,
okay.
or it doesn't have to be a
Mhm.
monster from their world, because if we have their unseen world, who's to say there aren't others?
Fair enough.
Well,
You
I'm
know.
saying if we have kind of a world that is kind of like nature spirits that are connected
Right.
to parts of our world, what you could then have is you could
Okay.
said something. What you could then have is something in our world that is some kind of problem, like maybe a bioweapon was being developed in a lab,
Uh-huh.
and that in the world of spirits, that bioweapon that is still technically inside a lab and contained for now, though who knows how long, depending on how ethical the people working on it are. It's actually turned into kind of this corrupting force, this corrupting spirit that goes and kills a bunch of other spirits as it spreads out, type thing,
Okay.
or other options like that. And so then it's hey, we have these spirit thingies trying to give hints to someone in our world. Hey, we need you to go stop these people, or
Yeah.
We
or
need you to defeat these
well, you could
beasts.
make it a special, like a gang has been developing a super drug
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
that is highly addictive, and
Mm-hmm.
if they can make it, they'll make millions. They'll get tons of addicts. It's like heroin and crack put together and amped up to an 11 type thing, but it also causes chaos in the spiritual world. So they need this gang to be stopped, this mafia to be stopped, but the spirits can only give hints. And so what's actually happening is they're trying to basically
They're
give
trying
hints
to
to a
give hints
detective to help him on the right path to take down this organization, um be, in the ways that they can.
Okay.
So it'll be things like the wind will blow at just the right opportunity, and and reveal something hidden type thing. But
Mm-hmm.
like little minor things, I need to figure out
So
exactly
their
how they interact with
hero
our
would
world.
be a detective.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Could your villain be someone who's half human, half whatever this spiritual race is? I don't know quite how that happened. How that came. Those how.
But you have to have someone in their realm working with whoever is in our realm
Mhm.
to do this, to get control of their realm.
Yeah. So
Either that or
But you
someone
want
who's
the main-
who's exploiting something that's already happening.
Yes, but you want the main villain to be in their realm, not in ours. I think that would be a lot
Well,
better.
the real
Could
question
be
is
both.
how much can you move between the realms? Because I think, well, the interesting thing is, I
can
well,
come
I
to our
don't even
realm.
see it. I don't see it being as different realms. I don't see it being different worlds. I see it being they live
Yeah.
among us. They're just invisible and intangible.
Yes, but I would like to see
Oh.
the main villain coming from their side.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
quick
You know,
question.
they're needing help with their
Is there
side.
any kind of gem that you're supposed to be able to use in order to commute? That's something like I don't know, just something that you could use in order to communicate with this other realm.
There could be something.
potentially.
Yeah.
Because you
Hey,
could have something like
you're the
that and have
author,
it so
you can make
that
a reason.
there's
You could
that
have
one of them
mediums.
is actually using one of these stones in order to hear influence from
Oh,
these
you could
spirits,
you could have it
and
be
using
so
that in
that
order to create the most
you know
addictive
those like
drug in the world.
gypsies with the crystal balls telling your future type
Mhm.
thing. You have those people are actually some of them aren't fake and are actually just communicating with these spirits in order to figure that stuff out. So you could have it be so that specialized crystals could communicate between the spirits and humans. So yeah, that would work.
Okay, so you
Interesting.
could go with
And
this.
so then you could have like a spirit and a human working together, since it can now communicate with a special crystal to do something. I imagine the guy's trying to basically make a bunch of money and exploit everything to take over the city or something.
Mhm.
I
And
imagine he runs
I'm
a big gang.
feeling like the
Okay.
spirit is trying to get all the other spirits into binding contracts with him.
Which
That should make him
simple.
be a demon.
Ooh, a demon. Okay, especially because one of the things I was saying, if we make it be if we make it be so that these are spirits that are reflections of physical objects with spiritualism type thing,
Mhm.
then what you should do is you make sorry, I had something and then I forgot it. You could go with the kind of the demonite like route though, in which case what it's actually trying to do is utilize the humans to strengthen itself. It's trying to mirror something the humans are doing, and so it's helping the humans develop a super drug that is highly addictive, while it can utilize that and basically reflect off that to basically
Increase his own power.
gain the power to basically control other spirits.
Okay.
Nice.
That sounds like
So it's a
fun.
symbiotic relationship between these two sides that destroys everything around them.
Mhm.
Which means that
Which
now
is
we have.
perfect for a villain.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of this story would be the hero trying, because he wouldn't know about the crystal ball option, and so it would be about him and these spirits trying to communicate properly so that they can actually work together to solve this. And I think that could be an interesting thing, because how do you work with someone who you've never seen?
Mhm.
Who you've never heard, who you don't even know for 100% certainty if they're actually there.
Or just a series of coincidences? I mean, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so you've got a bad guy developed. There are various ways you could take this.
Mhm.
Love interest is not going to be too hard on this, particularly if you get somebody helping him, detective picks up a partner in this, somebody else who
Yeah.
knows something. So it's not too hard to throw a love interest in.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you like the idea?
Oh yeah.
I like it.
All right.
I think this is one of your two to write.
Yep.
So
I
I would
think
have
so.
taken
I
it
think
some
that's
different
fair.
direction.
Oh
And
yeah.
there's lots
Cool.
of different directions it could be taken
Yeah.
because there is not a right or wrong. So all right, we'd love to hear your comments on what you would do with it. Give us ideas and don't forget to give us ideas to put in our
Have
hat.
fun.
We'll see you next time.
Take care. Adios.